Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Cali. Happy New Year. Waking up at the nest here this morning. It's another freezing cold day outside, but it's nice and warm and cozy in here. And I just finished my new morning routine. I've been doing this every day for about a week now, where I just get up, no internet, and just, have some water and do a little meditating and journaling. And it's taking me some time to get used to, and I have to be disciplined with myself, but I'm happy that I'm incorporating this stuff. So, yeah, and I pulled out, I know so many of you are very familiar with this book, but this was my mother's copy, and yeah, I've picked this up at various times in my life, and it's always meaningful, and I thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for your guys' reading recommendations. Um, yeah, so we're just going to have another chill day on this freezing day. I'm going to feed the birdies, and we'll see what the day holds. Unfortunately, I'm still dealing with a lot of shoulder pain, so I'll talk more about that later, but I do have an MRI scheduled for tonight, and we'll see about that. But let me finish waking up here a little bit, and I'll see you in a few. I forgot to show you this before. Check out my wizard pen. My youngest daughter Danielle got him for me for Christmas like 20 years ago now. And it still writes. This is polymer clay. and it inspires me to want to make a polymer clay wizard pen. Isn't it cool? Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you, because I share everything. Well, almost everything.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
And here's our very cold day. See, my window here is fogging up already. My car hasn't moved. It's been under some snow, and I'm fine with that. Tom's going to come grab me later, take me to my appointment, and I'll head over to the cave tonight. But yeah, brr, spring's a coming. I honestly don't mind. I love to hibernate anyway, and so I have no problem being inside. But again, I've been a little stir crazy because I can't really exert my arm. Have I mentioned my shoulder hurts? Yeah, da 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 da. What are you gonna do? It could be worse, right? Nothing to do but heal. I'm just tired of talking about it, and I'm sure that you guys are tired of hearing about it. Got a little Christmas card from my daddy. He's my stepfather, but I consider him my father. And what am I doing? You know the drill. Around and around and around we go. I moved my salt lamp over here. I think it's happier here. What do you think? Are you happy here? I'm happy here. What time is it? It is 9:30 a.m. And I really have not been sleeping well, so, oh, there I go again. I'm going to just be quiet, but I'm a little low energy today, okay? That's all I'm trying to say here. Mushroom. Yeah, but yeah, look at those blue skies and brightest blessings of the full moon. It was just pouring in my window last night. I opened my curtains in the bedroom and she was right there, shining bright. So, using that good energy to pull down and heal. And I had to switch out the avocado pit. I hate to give up on anything, but it just wasn't cutting it, you guys. I think it was in there for like 6 weeks. So, we'll start anew. Try again. I'm making a fresh pot of coffee and having a kaleidoscopic morning. Can never figure out where the eyepiece of my camera is. There it is. Yeah, so anyway, this is about to beep. It's telling me it's done. I don't have a lot to show you guys. I haven't been doing any shopping, but I did get one thing from Amazon that I'll show you, and a couple things I've been reading. What are we diffusing this morning? I have a little cedarwood, a little cypress. Oh yes, coffee's ready. And I was thinking of dehydrating some apples. But again, I'm getting really ambitious here. Don't know what we're going to do for lunch, but it's going to involve some avocado because I have them and they're starting to get soft. So before we have to say goodbye to them, because you know how quick that happens. So, I don't know, maybe we'll do a wrap or something. And these guys are going to have to go in the freezer soon. I haven't made smoothies in a while, and I haven't done any juicing in like forever, but it just got to be too much. And once I started intermittent fasting, you know, I don't have anything in the morning, and I don't know, I'm making excuses, but I can't force something. If it doesn't feel natural and good to continue to do, then I don't do it. I don't know if that's good, bad, but, you know, again, just keeping it real here with you guys. Guys, I burned one of my wax melts from my sister Carol. Thank you, Carol. I have to get some more tea lights. Remind me to ask Tom later. He's got some extra ones. But this was the dragon's blood one. Delicious. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That's all I got for right now. Here's a little pile of a couple things I wanted to show you. And once I'm like dressed and everything, that's always important. Then I'll show you that stuff. But I'm gonna have some coffee, try to wake up a little more, and I'll meet you back here, okay? Peace and love on a frosty door. And speaking of intermittent fasting, since I've been taking all this ibuprofen, I have been having a little something in the morning. And one thing, I don't know if you guys know about this, but I've been putting lemon juice on apple slices, and it is amazing. If you like sour, you know, like sour things, it is so good. And I wish I had a green apple, but I don't. Boy, you guys, it hurts for me to press down on my shoulder with this thing. There we go. Look at that. Love it. Yeah, so I've just been putting lemon juice on these, and it's kind of addicting. Let's see. Get rid of those little... You guys like apples? I think I'm going to get some more before I do any dehydrating. I have my mother's food dehydrator, and I haven't used it since, I don't know, it's been over 6 months. I'm just going to cut some of this, and I'll save the rest for my lemon water and everything, but literally just going to squeeze it all over these. And if you have not tried it, this will also keep your apple slices from browning, the citric acid in the lemon. Don't eat your lemon pits, but man, if you guys haven't tried this, I highly recommend it. And this is also a great way to prep your apples before you dehydrate them, which you don't need a dehydrator for. You can do it on a screen in the open air or do it in a low temp oven, but look at me ramble. I'm gonna have this little apple snack, and it's amazing. So try it out if you haven't. Sour apples. And we have the whole Fred Fredrickson family out there now. There's 3 having a little mid-afternoon snack. Always good to see everybody, even though they chased my birdies away. And wasn't that great when that cat showed up? I don't know who, well, it wasn't great for the birds, but luckily nobody got caught. I don't know whose cat that is, but that was cool that I caught it on camera. Yeah, so sending love to all the squirrels, and especially Loki from the Frederick family. Okay guys, I'm Skyping with my grandson Carter, the rabbit, or whoever he is with his funny faces. And thank God for technology, because it feels like he's right here in the living room with me, making crazy faces on Snapchat or FaceTime. Say hi to YouTube, Cart.
Hello, YouTube. Thinking to said. You better give her 100 million to billion views and subscribers and money.
Oh, nice. Did you guys hear that? He wants me to get 100 billion views and dollars and money. Right on. And subscribers. Cool. That's crazy. It makes your face, you look like an alien. All right, alien. Well, there you are. Hi. It's the first time I've gotten dressed in a week, so I figured they'd probably appreciate that when I go for my MRI. Yeah. You guys, I'm starting to get hungry, and maybe we'll make nothing like making some spring rolls on a cold winter day. So maybe we can invoke some good warm spring energy. And I have the ingredients, and like I said, I want to use up those avocados. So when I'm done showing you my small little pile here, we'll make some lunch, okay? About 10 minutes ago, my neighbor Peggy, shout out to Peggy, who I love and adore, sent me a message, told me she was going to check the mail, and I'm so well tended, I'm telling you, between my friends, my family, you guys, I definitely feel the love. So anyway, I didn't have any mail, but she gifted me this beautiful scarf. She was wearing this, and I was like, oh my God, I love it. And she took it off her neck and gave it to me, and hello, she made this. How beautiful is this? I couldn't believe it. She's like, oh no, take it. I'm like, are you sure? Isn't this beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you, Peggy. And also, and she had given me last week like another heat up pad with like beans in it or something. So I have that at the cave. But she also gave me this. I've never heard of this, and there's no ingredients on it, so I'm not sure what's in it, but I will check it out online. Are you guys familiar with this at all? Australian Dream Cream? I don't know. It's another topical cream. I told you I've been using the Icy Hot. But you guys, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to project anything negative, but I really, really think I have a torn rotator cuff. Have I mentioned how much pain I'm in? I'm in so much pain. And this ibuprofen isn't touching it. Yesterday I called the orthopedist back and told them that I was getting no relief. And so that's when they ordered the MRI for today. And he also called in a prescription for Mobic, which is another non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It's like Aleve Plus. I don't know. We're going to pick that up today. The Aleve did nothing, so I just... Enough moaning about the shoulder, but I appreciate all the love and that, you guys are just amazing. So here's to resolution on that. And also a few things that kept coming up, and I mentioned to you that, when you become aware of things like my shoulder issue, seems like everybody I talk to now has a shoulder issue, or certain things kept coming up as far as recommendations go, and one of them that kept coming up was the use of frankincense oil to massage into the muscles. I put this with a little either coconut oil, or I had some grapeseed oil, I had some almond oil, but I've been doing this daily and just gently massaging. I don't want to be too vigorous, but I don't know if it helps or not. Like I said, I'm still in a lot of pain, but it certainly isn't going to hurt. So that, and thank you guys for your recommendations on that. I also ordered an essential oil like Bible, which should be here, I don't know, I think tomorrow from Amazon. I'll show you that next week when I get it. But do you guys have any recommendations for good books on essential oil for medicinal uses and therapy? I have a lot of magical books, on magical uses, but not so much on homeopathy and things like that. So let me know if you have any recommendations. Yeah. So, and also something that kept coming up, at least 3 people recommended that I get myself some turmeric. And I know probably ideally it would be best to just use the fresh root. And I know our local produce stand does sell turmeric root, and I love turmeric for cooking. But you need to take it with black pepper for absorption. And I did my research on Amazon with this. This is vegan. And I am going to try it. And I got a bottle for Tom, too. So I'll let you know how that goes. You're supposed to take it 3 times a day right before you eat. So, yes. And, speaking of, like, neck pads. Oh, and I kind of laid off on the, I thought I had it right here. I don't. Remember I showed you the TheraBand that they recommended last week, because I think it's aggravating what's going on here. Until I know for sure what's up, I really don't want to be stressing this muscle with pulling and things like that. Every time I did it, it was really aggravating it. So I'm still happily going to use the band once I'm all healed up. I've still been using that hard foam roller to like kind of crack my back a little. But speaking of the neck things, remember I showed you last week that Tom had gotten us these Thermal Max pads that you put in the microwave. Well, when they tell you to do 1.5 minutes, you need to believe them. Otherwise, things explode. Hi, I'm speaking from experience. Last night, I put this in the microwave for 3 minutes, and all of a sudden I heard kaboom! And yeah, it exploded everywhere, of course. This is what's left of it. So yeah, pay attention to the directions on your packaging. And Tom has another one at the cave, so I'll get that tonight. But yeah, that was fun last night. Fun to have to mop the floor at whatever time it was. Yeah, and also I have been using my tried and true Tiger Balm just for more ointments. Have bought this for years and years. Any good hippie has a bottle of Tiger Balm. But yeah, it's just they're counter irritants, you know. They kind of heat up the skin, which takes away your mind from the throbbing pain. Anyway, it doesn't hurt, and I love the smell. Just like I like the smell of Vicks and stuff. That's very camphor and menthol-y. Yeah. And I had to laugh. I wanted to show you guys. I took my rings off. I don't know if you noticed. For the first time in years, you guys. I am such a child of habit. I don't remove my jewelry. And I had to laugh. Some of these were given to me by my children. This was a ring that my son Jonathan made out of a quarter. He has a press, and he actually pressed this ring out of a quarter. And I wasn't going to give you a ring tour, but this my daughter Rachel got me years and years ago. That's the one I wear on my thumb all the time. And this one my daughter Danielle got me, or vice versa, I forget. Sorry, girls. That I always wear. There's a little teeny tiny opal in there. But, and then, you know, I have my pentagram, my pentacle, and this I've had for years and years and years. Well, I had the hardest time getting these off my fingers, and you can still see, I think, the marks from where my rings were, especially here on my ring finger. But it feels weird, and the reason I took them off is because of the MRI later on. So they, you know, no jewelry, no metal, and I was like, I don't know if I can get my rings off, and it took some doing, let me tell you. So I don't know if I'm, you know, good intentions for this year are to decrease my salt intake and this means decrease, and my like fat intake, you know, oils and stuff, but we'll see. So who knows? Segue. All right, I have my little box here of stuff to show you. And also, and this might be a little TMI, but I am going to share this with you. I told you that all this ibuprofen has been really messing with my stomach, and I have to make sure I take it with food, and I'm just, I can't wait till I'm not. But I'm telling you, you guys, it's the only relief I'm getting. But one of the side effects of ibuprofen, in addition to stomach upset, is digestion slowing down, and it slows everything down. And I never have issues in those types of digestion areas. I have very good digestion, and especially since becoming vegan. But because things have slowed down, I have needed a little help, and I must share this with you. You know I'm not a tea drinker, but this is an herbal tea. It is an herbal laxative. It contains senna. And again, I know it's a little TMI, but I'm keeping it real here and sharing this with you guys. It's very gentle, but it does help, and it is what it is, and sometimes we've all been there, right? So hopefully we won't be there for very long. And what else fun has been going on in my life? Oh, yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, I can't remember. It doesn't matter, Cali. My birdies on the porch. Of course, now you saw the cat come to, it's bait in a way. And speaking of bait, this is twice since I've lived here, and I've lived here 4 years now, that I have had a large bird of prey land on my deck. 2 years ago, it was a broadwing hawk, which I was actually able to get a picture of the back of it. And it was like, I'm not exaggerating, it was like 2 to 3 feet tall. And it had landed on my deck, and I froze, and because it was, you could see me, but I was able to snap a picture. Well, 2 days ago, and I had to look it up because I had never seen one before, a Cooper's hawk, okay, so this guy landed on the deck and was eyeing the birdie. They're hungry. They're eyeing all the little sparrows and everything. And I was like, oh, oh, oh. And my camera was not anywhere near me. So he did fly off to some, the cable wires up there. And I went to get my camera, and then he was gone. But what a beautiful omen and a wonderful sign, for the new year. And that made me feel good. So, very cool. That was a good thing that happened. And I told you I've been journaling every day and staying grateful, and yeah, that's been a good thing. Even though it hasn't come natural to me to be doing all this stuff yet, it will. I'm just gonna keep doing it. So random, I had a few months ago, I totally even forgot about this, gotten a local survey in our county. They sent out a health survey, kind of like the Census Bureau, but it was just general health questions for this county. And they said that if you filled out the survey and returned it, they would give you a $10 bank card. Well, I forgot that I had done that, but sure enough, I got a $10 Visa reward card in the mail from completing my little survey. So again, asking for prosperity and abundance for the new year. May this continue to roll on in so I can do good things for the world, right? Yeah, I was really excited about that. So it was worth it to fill it out. $10. Hello, thank you, Sullivan County. And also, I told you I asked for recommendations on some essential oil books. Well, I told you I've been doing a little more reading because I have been forcing myself to stay off the internet. I told you it's about an hour in the morning that I'm dedicating to my morning routine, and then I go on Facebook and I post my morning music trivia and check in with everybody and check YouTube and all that stuff, and then I'm stepping away from the computer. I'm making a conscious effort, you guys. It's funny how ingrained this habit has become, but I'm starting to break it. Again, I'm not leaving social media or anything like that. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just limiting my time doing that because it's taking time away from other things I want to do, which includes doing more reading, which I love. And I have these on my shelf. And if you ever saw I have 2 bookshelf tours that I did last year, so you could check those out if you haven't seen them. But so I've already had these, but I pulled them out, and they're reference books, and this has been helpful too in my quest for healing here. But are you guys familiar with these? Phyllis Balk. This is Prescription for Herbal Healing. You can read this, easy to use, A to Z reference, and love this. And also I have another one. This is by both of them, her and her husband, and this is Prescription for Nutritional Healing. And I know a lot of you guys are probably very familiar with these books. I'll put links to them in the description box below. Wonderful, wonderful reference guides. And also, this one is, I got this a few years ago, and I haven't referenced it that much, but I'm leaving it out because I will be reading it throughout the week. I like to go back to these. These are not books that you read, cover to cover, or at least I don't. I mean, reference manuals, obviously you're hunting for what you're looking for at the time, but this is a really good one too. The Herbal Medicine Maker's Handbook, a home manual. So let me know if you guys have seen any of these. And I'll put the links below, right? So that looked backwards on the camera. I wonder if my camera's turned around or if my brain is turned around. The last thing I want to show you guys before we make some lunch is just, I'm noticing my nails are shot right now. My nails grow so fast and are so strong from the biotin I take. I take biotin supplement for healthy skin, hair, and nails. And let me tell you, it works. I have to cut my nails like weekly and they grow overnight, which is a great problem, right? Problem to have. I have really healthy nails now. But what I wanted to share with you, and I have shared this with you before, this is my favorite nail polish to use. This is Wet n Wild. It's called 2% Milk. I'll call it 2% Almond Milk. And it's just a very light on, you could see it's like a nude, pastel-y, almost like a ballet slipper pink-ish. And I love it. It lasts forever. It doesn't look, right now I have it on and my nails are all chipped, but from a distance and stuff, it hides flaws well. It lasts long. $1, you guys. They're vegan and cruelty-free. I can't say enough about Wet n Wild products. And I love this. I buy this all the time and I have for years. So I hope they never discontinue this because I would be sad. And also, speaking of Wet n Wild, this is the second one that I've bought. And I really like this. This is their mascara. This is a mega length waterproof mascara in black. And I love the formula. I like the wand. It's, just your basic, but it goes on really smooth. It lasts really long. It doesn't clump. It removes easily with coconut oil. Yeah, I like it a lot. So 2 thumbs up for those. And I think that's all I have to tell you guys. Did I mention my shoulder hurts? Ugh. I look forward to the day when I'm not saying that to you. All right, let's make some lunch. I decided to make some spring rolls because why not? It's freezing out, right? So I have some of those avocados. I have some rice wrappers. I've done these with, if you've been here with me long enough, we've done these before, but lettuce, cucumber, carrot, spring onions, and I had also made, because I made these a few days ago too, and I also made scallion pancakes, vegan scallion pancakes. Maybe I'll do those for you next week because you have to roll them out with a rolling pin, and I'm using this as an excuse, which is valid right now. But those came out amazing. But I'll use up what I have on hand, but I did make a peanut sauce a couple days ago, and I'm not going to remake that because I have a lot left over, but I will put the recipe down below, and it's really yummy. So let me set up over there. I'll show you what we're working with. We'll make some lunch, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. See you in a minute. And speaking of natural remedies, don't forget your prunes. My mother would be so proud. Okay, guys, we're going to keep this really simple. I have some spring roll wrappers. These are rice paper. I just have some lettuce, some fresh cilantro, some green onions, the avocado. We'll peel some carrot and a couple little baby cukes that are just getting ready to go, so I need to use those. And then here's that peanut sauce. If you like peanuts, you'll love this. And I make it spicy, but like I said, I'll put the recipe below. But it's basically, I use a half a cup of ground peanuts, which is a lot. But you heat up some oil, and I use chili oil. And then to the oil, you just add like a teaspoon of garlic and ginger. And then I use some chili paste, about a tablespoon of soy sauce, tablespoon of maple syrup, some rice vinegar, and like a quarter cup of peanut butter, and then half a cup of coconut milk. And you just heat that up, stir it up, it gets really thick. Now, if this is too thick, you could always thin this out with a little bit of water or more coconut milk, but I like it nice and thick. And we're just going to use that in our spring rolls, but you could use this for anything. If you like peanut sauce, you'll like this one. So let me chop and stuff, and we'll put these together. Okay, guys, there you have it. So avocado, some lettuce, carrot, cucumber, spring onions, cilantro, our amazing sauce, which you can't see in this light, and I have some a new tree. Did you guys see the video of the woman who carves avocado pits? It was really cool video. Amazing stuff. Yeah, here's our rice wrappers, a plate, and let's just take one of these, and rather than soak them, I'm going to spray them with a spray bottle. And I got this tip from my friend Bernadette. Shout out to Mama Purdue. I'll link her channel below. So we're just going to soften that up a little bit, and then I'll show you how we're going to roll these. Sorry that you can't really see that too well. Just going to put a little of this sauce here, and it's really good, you guys. Like I said, you can make it thinner if you want, but yum, 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 yum. And then, I guess I could have put the lettuce down first, but I didn't. Use whatever you have on hand in your fridge. Some of this beautiful avocado. Yum. I had some rice noodles that I was thinking about adding, but I decided not to. Some carrot, spring onion, and some of this amazing cilantro. Okay, and then we're just going to roll it like a burrito. I'll try to do this so you can see it, but we're gonna, you know what, I can't, I gotta stand up, sorry. I'm gonna pull it up from the bottom, take it in from the side. These wrappers are very delicate, and this is still a little firm here, so I'm just gonna wet it up a little. And then holding all that in, and I always have a tendency to make these really big. I'm just going to try to hold it together and wrap it around. Okay, so let's do another one, because that's not so pretty, but that's okay. We will set this up here. I have a cutting board right there. All right, one more time. Try not to make it so big. Put down our lettuce first. You can use romaine lettuce, spinach, any kind of greens, whatever you have. This is what I have. Then I'm going to put some of that on top of that. Maybe a little bit more, because that never hurt anybody. And same thing. Let's layer on some avocado. Don't go too big, Cali. Don't go too big. A couple of cukes. A couple propolis. But did I put cukes in the last one? I don't remember. And anything that I have extra, like I won't eat more than 2. So all this stuff, I'll just chop up in a bowl and eat it like a salad. It is a salad. So one more time. Let's make it work, Andre. All right, spray, spray, spray. And you can dip these like in a pie pan or something if you don't want to spray them, but I have better luck with it this way because they're not so fragile. All right, hold it all in just like you're rolling up a burrito. And there you have it. Okay, good enough. So here's our other one. Prettier, not so pretty, both amazingly delicious. Let me flip the camera around and we'll share a bite, okay? See you in a second. Alrighty. Let's eat the ugly one first, shall we? Look at all that sauce. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mmm. I think I did forget the cucumbers in this one. It is still amazing. That sauce just really makes it. But if you don't have any of that, you could always use soy sauce or tamari or any kind of hoisin sauce, any kind of sauce you like, but these are so good. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 New flavor to me anyway, tangerine. It's really good. And I like tangerines, real tangerines, and I love Tangerine, the Led Zeppelin song. How about you? What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song? That's not my favorite. I would be hard pressed to pick a favorite. The Rain song, Thank You, Rock and Roll, Dazed and Confused. Oh, you shook me. There's so many. Okay, Stairway to Heaven, of course. You guys, I'm going to finish these up, but one thing I forgot to show you before that I wanted to, the only art that I've been working on this week, if you haven't already seen it, was my latest, Dyson Deal Challenge page. Can you see that all right? With a little fairy girl flying her dragonfly. If you have not yet seen the video, I would love it if you would check it out. I would love it even more if you would join me over on Dyson Deal. And at the Gypsy and Witch, we've announced our theme for the month of January. So I'll be getting to work on that soon. And the only other thing, something I did not do, and people ask me if I'm going to do a flip. When this book is finished, I will do a flip. But for the last 2 years, I've been doing Mike Deacon's Mission Inspiration Art Journal Challenge, and I've had so much fun. And honestly, last month, December, was the first time in 2 years. So I've done 23 challenges. Excuse me. I did not do the one for December yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do December's challenge in my journal. I'm not going to film it, however, which will be the first one I have not filmed. And when I finish it, I will do a flip through of my mission inspirations, which are all of this in the front of my journal. So there's a lot of them to show you, and I am going to let you know that I'm not going to be doing, for at least 2018, I'm not going to be doing any more mission inspirations for this year, only because I'm doing more, and I need to cut back on some stuff. So I've had a blast there. I highly recommend anyone joining in. I'll put the link below to Mike's group on Facebook. So shout out to everybody at Mission Inspiration, but I am going to bow out. So starting this month in January, but just for the sake of completion's sake, I am going to do the December challenge, do it in my journal, and then when I'm done with that, I will do a flip through of my Mission Inspiration pages. So I think that's all I have to tell you guys, and I think that's going to be it for today's vlog. Again, I'm not going to apologize for just pretty much low energy and not really doing a lot, because it is what it is. I keep saying that, right? But in a few hours, I don't know, it's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock right now, Tom will be picking me up. Like I said, we'll go do the MRI and see. I just want some answers. Can somebody please give me some answers? And because I got lots of questions. I am sending you guys all so much peace and so much love and so many ear tugs for my grandkids. I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful to you guys. Welcome new subbies. Oh my goodness. And lots of love to all of you guys. You mean the world to me. I just can't even thank you enough. So have a beautiful, blessed day. Let me know how you're doing below. Let me know if you like spring rolls or what you like in your spring rolls and what you're doing. And I hope you're doing well. And I think that's going to be it. I think. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, okay?